Hey everyone, welcome back to Challenge Accepted with Jonah C, the podcast where we embrace every obstacle, push through every barrier, and conquer every goal. I'm super excited to bring you season 2 of the show. A great big thank you to those of you that continue to come back for more, and another great big thank you for those of you who have tuned in for the very first time. Today's episode is one I'm incredibly excited about because it speaks to something we all experience, whether we realize it or not: the healing and inspirational power of music. Music is more than just sound. It's a universal language. It has the power to mend broken hearts, fuel our motivation, and connect us to moments and memories like nothing else can. So today, we're diving deep into two sides of music's magic. One, how music heals us emotionally and mentally, and two, how music inspires us to take action and become our best selves. We're not just here to talk about it. You know how we do it on this podcast. I'm giving you actionable challenges to take what you learn and apply it to your life immediately. By the end of this episode, you're going to have two playlists, one for healing, one for inspiration, and a game plan for how to use music as a tool for personal growth. Are you ready? I am. I'm Jonah. I'm your person. Let's get to it. Once again, welcome back. Let's start healing. Music has this almost magical ability to speak when words fail. Think about the last time you were going through something tough, maybe a breakup, the loss of a loved one, or just one of those days where the weight of the world was on your shoulders. Then a song comes on, and suddenly it feels like the artist is singing directly to you, like they've been where you are. And it's not a coincidence, it's connection. But this isn't just some emotional theory. There's real science behind it. And studies have shown that listening to music releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical in your brain. It reduces cortisol levels, the hormone linked to stress, and can even ease physical pain. In fact, music therapy is a legitimate form of treatment for people battling anxiety, depression, PTSD, and even chronic pain. Hospitals use music to help patients relax before surgery. Athletes use it to recover from intense workouts. It's not just about sadness either. Healing music doesn't always mean slow, somber songs. It can be anything that brings you peace, whether that's classical piano, acoustic guitar, or even a soft jazz playlist. Let me share a story with you, and I'm betting that many of you will be able to relate. A while back, I was in a rough patch, overwhelmed with work, juggling responsibilities, and honestly feeling burnt out. I kept pushing forward, thinking I could outwork the stress, but it wasn't working. One night, I sat down, put on some soft instrumental music, no lyrics, just calming sounds, and for the first time in days, my mind slowed down. I already have a busy brain as it is, so this helped very much. It wasn't an instant fix, but it gave me the space to breathe. And that was the first step in getting back to myself. Look, music didn't solve my problems, but it gave me the mental clarity to start addressing them. So here's your first challenge. Create a healing playlist. I want you to sit down today, not tomorrow, not next week, today, and build a playlist of songs that speaks to you. I'm not talking 20, 30 songs. Heck, it can be 5 songs. Choose tracks that bring you peace, that calm your mind, and that help you process emotions. It can be slow ballads, instrumental music, or whatever feels like a warm hug to your soul. Then, the next time life feels heavy, instead of numbing out with social media or pushing through the stress, put on your healing playlist. Let the music carry some of the weight. And if you want to take it one step further, share your playlist with me. I'd love to hear the songs that you've been listening to and that bring you peace. So tag me on social media or drop a comment, and let's build a community of healing through music. Because sometimes healing starts with a single note. You can find me on Snap, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Blue Sky by searching the whole name of the show. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an episode. I'd love to have you on this journey. And of course, it really does help the show to grow. Now, let's flip the script. Let's talk about the inspirational power of music. Music doesn't just move your heart. It moves your feet, your mind, and your actions. We've all had that song, the one that makes you feel invincible. Maybe it's a track you play before a big game, before a job interview, or when you're about to tackle something you've been avoiding. Why does that happen? Music activates the brain's motor regions, the areas that push you to move, to act, to do. It syncs with your heartbeat, your breathing, and even your stride when you run. That's why fast-paced songs make you want to pick up the pace, whether you're at the gym, running a marathon, or cleaning the house. I remember my son, who's a musician as well, once telling me how he uses music to snap himself out of a creative block. Whenever he feels stuck, he picks up his guitar and plays something loud and fast, because that energy shifts his mindset. And that's the key. Music doesn't just inspire us passively, it sparks action. Think about athletes. They have pump-up playlists. Think about writers. They have focus playlists. Even CEOs have morning playlists to get into a productive mindset. So why don't we have an inspiration playlist for when life feels stuck? That's your next challenge. Create your inspiration playlist. Load it up with songs that fire you up, tracks that push you forward, that make you feel unstoppable. When you're feeling unmotivated, when procrastination creeps in, or when self-doubt starts whispering, hit play. Let the music flip the switch in your brain and reignite your drive. And I want you to share this one with me too. Post your playlist, tag me. Let's inspire each other. Because music may start in your ears, but it ends in your actions. So there you have it. Two incredible sides of music. Its healing power, helping us process, breathe, and mend. It's inspirational power, pushing us forward, driving us to take action. Music is more than background noise. It's a tool. When life gets heavy, reach for that healing playlist. When you need a push, fire up your inspiration playlist. But don't just listen passively. Use music as momentum. And here's your final challenge for today. Create both playlists and use them intentionally this week. Don't wait for the right moment. Make the moment happen. And when you do, share them with me on social media. Let's create a movement of music-driven growth. Because at the end of the day, music doesn't just speak to you, it speaks through you. I have a bit of a surprise. I have some bonus content for you. Let's talk about the unstoppable force of music before we wrap up. Because this conversation deserves one final push and one last crescendo, I'm pulling out and sharing something super special. We've spent the primary portion of this show peeling back the layers of how music heals and inspires. Let's now level up and take this one step further. Let's talk about music as a force to be reckoned with, a power so strong that it can move mountains within us, break down barriers, and awaken something deep in our souls. Think about the songs that have shaped your life, the ones that carried you through heartbreak, the ones that ignited a fire in your soul when doubt crept in, the ones that played in the background of your biggest moments, the victories, the transformations, the silent battles no one else saw. That's not just music. That's power. That's something beyond words, beyond explanation. That's a force that connects us all. Because music doesn't just sit quietly in the background, it leads. It pulls us forward. It pushes us higher and reminds us that we are not alone in this world. A single note can lift a broken heart. A chorus can become an anthem for resilience. A song can make you feel seen when the world feels distant. And when life throws challenges your way, music is right there, standing beside you, daring you to push forward. So let me ask you, what's your song? What's the melody that reminds you of your strength? The lyrics that bring you back to yourself when you feel lost? If you don't have one, find it. And if you do, turn it up. Let it guide you, heal you, and inspire you. Because the power of music isn't just something we listen to, it's something we carry with us, something we embody. It is, and always will be, a force to be reckoned with. Thank you for being a part of this conversation. Thank you for letting music move you, heal you, and remind you of your own unstoppable strength. Keep listening, keep feeling, and most of all, keep letting music be your guide. Until next time, stay inspired, stay strong, and let the music play on. Well, here we are at the end of the show. I want to once again thank you so much for joining me for the start of season 2 of the show. I want to give a special shout out to those diehard subscribers and listeners for your unwavering support. You know who you are. If or when you're faced with adversity, when you want more, when you're faced with so many choices, challenges, and decisions, when the goal feels or is monumental, how will you manage? What will you choose? What will you decide? Will you crumble under pressure? Will you cave to those naysayers? Will you choose negativity? Or will you bust out that playlist and say, challenge accepted. I want this. I can do this. I've done this before. I will do this. And I've got this. My final message to you for today, my friend, is you've got this. I believe in you. Now believe in yourself and make it happen. Join me next week where we will explore the concept of emotional intelligence. You don't want to miss this episode. For now, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back, and have a great week.